Okay, bet I'm live. All right, welcome everybody to the Jazz Cast. We're here with this terrible Monday night football post game, but in a sense, as bad as it was, man, I see so much positivity on the other side of this. It's just it's leading us to the like the perfect crossroad, you know. Regardless, I feel like we finna start really trimming the fat off this thing, and we finna start getting to the good pieces of it. Because at this point, man, like after what I just witnessed, man, I don't literally you can't go any lower than that. You can't go any lower than once again being embarrassed, on primetime football. So they slowly pushing us back into the cellar of the NFL, into the basement. So it's just one of them things to where you have to be able to see through the negativity. And it's, man, it's big because I almost want to start shifting gears and talking about my other little channel, that I'm working on, but I'm gonna stay focused, man. But this is big, man. This is like it's big, So as bad as everybody feeling right now, I don't know how y'all deal with your stress or whatever. I know what I do. I'm spiritual with it, so I'm going straight to God. So if I had an issue to where I really needed to relieve stress, or it was really bothering me, beyond the normal, beyond that normal feeling of a loss, man. Because we all know how that is, man. You invested in your team, you know what I'm saying? You take the time out to watch, man. You trying to win every week, you know what I'm saying? So, every L is gonna hurt, even some of them just a little bit, might make you upset for 5 minutes and then whatever, but it is what it is. I kind of feel like this might be a long video because I really need to get into it and break it down. Um, so this week, man, I think it's good because we about to get to a point, man, to where honestly I feel like I don't know if it's gonna be the coach, the general manager, whether it's gonna be Shad. It's what I've been preaching and what I've been noticing since the day Trevor Lawrence stepped on the football field for us in a game that counts. So this is all the way back to Urban Meyer. I've just noticed how he kills the momentum of the team. I just noticed since I'm going back to my last video, but that putting the Trevor bank and just all this Trevor stuff, Trevor, all this extra. I don't get it, man. Like I don't get the fascination with it, but especially for losing records and 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 setting the bar in things that nobody wants to set the bar at, man. Leading the league in turnovers and year after year after year, and just certain things that you just don't even want to be affiliated with. So I don't really get it on when it comes to that. But I think I think this is gonna push us to a point, man, to where all the I'm gonna call it Trevor defense. like all the people who find 1,000,001 reasons, 1,001 excuses for why Trevor's not being successful, why he not doing what he need to do. On Monday Night Football at half, this man got 59 yards passing. Let that sink and just, sit on your brain for a minute. Really, in the week before that, he was in the third quarter with 16 yards passing. Now, I understand you may not have a Pro Bowl offensive line. Maybe that's not the case. I feel like a lot of our problems are, on the inside, but one could say, man, we having problems everywhere, on the O line. So that's one thing, man. But to have this constant excuse week in and week out about the O line and how bad the O line is doing, I literally recall a play tonight that's probably going. I mean, I'm sure it'll eventually wear away, but I feel like it's gonna be like kind of etched in my memory for a while, as far as watching this man do a whole silhouette, do a whole, let me change my words in case I'm not using that word correctly. But I watched this man do a whole 360, a full spin after he dropped back, just to realize that you just spent on national TV for everybody to watch. You just did a miraculous evade the pressure spin when nobody's there. Nobody's even rushing you. You got plenty of time. You just pulled a spin move, realized nobody was there, start scrambling to the left, tripping over your feet, and still got sacked. I'm like, man, I didn't get that, man. I really didn't understand how we can blame the O-line so much and give them so much grief and how terrible they are and fire Bucky because he didn't do the O-line and this and that and the O-line. Man, I'm talking about, that's all I'm hearing everywhere right now is O-line. And I'm glad that I'm kind of, making these videos just so, I can kind of, at least have my point out there, now whether you take it for truth, or, whether you believe it or understand, what I'm saying, what's facts and, what's really being done out there, or, whether you one of the people that want to be in denial about the truth of our troubles right now. You know, that's one thing, man, but I'm really at just at a loss for words, man, for I guess the word, maybe I'm guessing maybe negligence, like, or just it just I mean, that's probably not the best word to use in this situation, but it's like people just choose to be as dumb as a rock when it comes to, you know, the issues that we having, coaches and, what I'm saying, management, fans for sure. But I'm like I said, I'm scratching my head right now, even because of like what we dealing with, just with the coaches allowing some of the nonsense that we seeing. Like, man, literally, we haven't scored 20 points all year. Like, now I understand that tonight was really bad because we gave up 47. But I'm under the impression, man, and you can say I'm wrong, or you could find a way to wiggle out and make an excuse as to what I'm saying, man. But I'm under the impression, man, if we just score some points when they score some points, let's say hypothetically that he does go 5 for 5 on opening drives and he put up 35 points, man. What's stopping us from having 24, 27? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got 35. You went 5 for 5 on touchdown, but we went 4 out of 5. Or, maybe we, instead of 5 touchdowns, we got 2 field goals in there, maybe we only got 25, 26 points. Well, you just throwing out a number. Maybe you still up 9 points at halftime, 10 points or whatever. Hey, it is what it is. Well, I would much rather be in a shootout to where we putting up college numbers on the NFL field, you know, and try to get a dub like that, and give the defense a little slack. Not saying that we can accept them giving up that, but let's just say, man, they having a bad day, man. What's to stop our offense, man, from keeping us in the game to where it doesn't matter. We don't give a damn how good Josh Allen playing. We can play good enough to stay with you, or to either stay. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, like what's keeping us from staying with you, or finding a way to do better than you, as far as execution and points scored, Um, I just, like I said, man, this one, like I said, it was so bad that it has to be good on the other side, because I don't really see being able to do much worse than this. The only other worst thing I can see than this, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there, and not to say that I want this to happen, but I feel like this is the only way. It could be any worse than where we at right now with it, is if we continue to play the same way, meaning play calling, meaning that we just gonna continue to drop Trevor back and expect him to put on Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, um, Tom Brady, type performances, clutch. For one, that's a whole nother issue about him being clutch, but just consistent, like one of the things that I just now heard recently. I was listening to a little somebody else's post game, and they were speaking about him not being consistent. That's one thing, but just all together, man, just it's at a point where it's like the rubber has to meet the road with this, so the coaches gotta, like I mentioned this before in videos, where Doug pretty much he gotta protect Trevor from himself, he gotta. And I know this, maybe this is a lot to ask, or maybe it is a tall task, but it has to be done. I'm sorry, even if it is a big task or a lot of pressure to put on him, but it has to be done, man. You have to literally be able to outsmart him. You know, while he's out there playing, you got to literally be a step or two ahead of him. You got to find a way, whether it's you or somebody else on the staff, or somebody around who can notice, engage where he's at and what he's about to do, and where his confidence is at. If you need to have a player that's watching him, and relaying hand signals back to you, where he's at confidence wise, or just a lot of things, man. You just gotta be, you have to be. I mean, I'm not gonna use that word, so I'm not even gonna say it, but I just would hate for him to continue to trip on his own feet his whole career, and for us to just find excuses. We might as well just say he's still a rookie. Oh, he's still a rookie. Like, wait a minute, he's been in the league just 5 years now, and and got another contract extension. He's still a rookie. Like, I don't know, man. We can't continue to just pound this offensive line stuff forever, because we just literally lost to Cleveland, and they was on their second, third string lineman. You know what I'm saying? They were still able to get the job done. They figured out a way to call their plays or scheme up stuff to let them squeak out of there with a victory. Maybe that's what we got to do, man. Maybe we need to go back to some old school Jaguar football, man, where we running the ball 40 times a game. And if need be, we kicking field goals all game. Whatever it takes, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to get dubs, man. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know where Coach Doug is at with everything, and his job security level, or where how comfortable he feels with everything. I don't know, but I mean, from the outside looking in, it kind of just looks like, man, maybe he's comfortable with where he at, with his job, and he's not concerned about actually getting the result. Maybe it is still, you know, let him do whatever, and learn. I don't know, progressively, or I don't even. I mean, it's hard to even say you learning anything. When you didn't, this your 8th straight loss, man. We at 8 and counting right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pressure going. I mean, you don't want this to get to double digits. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be 10, 11, 12 starts in a row with no victory. You don't want to be there, man. You don't want to. I mean, we'll put it like this: as a fan base, and the fact that you play with our fan base, we can't have that. So I'm gonna be me personally. I know a lot of people are gonna be really down, and a lot of people probably gonna. I mean, Lord knows all the talk that's finna come about this week. But for me, the encouraging thing, man, is to hear people that don't sound like me, or I don't, whatever, or have the same thought pattern that I might have, as to the whole team and the situation, just everything. Like, it's some people that may not see things the way I see them, and but we come into common grounds with we come into common grounds with some of the conclusions as to what's going on. It's people calling. I don't really want to name drop, but calling in on call-in shows, right? That's doing post-game coverage, and they saying, similar things about consistency and average QB play and inconsistent, just, I don't know, man. We just at I feel like a rubber meet the road point with it, because it's people that's calling it out now, and people saying, what I've been saying the past 3-4 years. I haven't made content or made, videos or whatever, or, voicing my mind, or voicing my thoughts, on this team. But, it's at a point, where it's, things gonna have to change, man. And I kind of don't mind adapting that. Me personally, I kind of hope the team, you know, gets back to trying to search for an identity. Going back to the old school Jags, man. Feel like we're in a good position right now too. We got a nice group of running backs. That might be the strongest point on the damn team. As far as who we got, and the depth we got. From I know we got three for sure. With Tank and ETN and Johnson, all of them, can be productive. You know what I'm saying? You already know what ETN capable of. And Tank, I don't think he nothing to play with either, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. He done had a couple mishaps, early year, but that's rookie year. If we gonna be fair, man, we gave Trevor a whole year pass. You know what I'm saying? As far as mistakes and everything, we just chalked it up to rookie year. So we just, as a fan base, not me, but as a fan base, we when I say we just excused the whole year for him. So I know we can excuse three. I don't even know if it was 3 or 4. It was at least 2 or 3, but we can definitely excuse a couple fumbles from Tank. Somebody who plays the running back position, and this is like what you do. The same way, if Trevor throw 100 passes, you might expect them to throw one interception. Unfortunately for us, it was more, damn near probably, but you know, it's like part of it, man. It come with the territory. That running back's a fumble. They running too much, getting hit. Like eventually, I mean, you can't name a running back that ain't fumbled in his whole career. So, he had a couple, so that wasn't, we're not going to excuse him for it, but I don't want to kill him for it, or go bad on him about it, because hey, it's his rookie year, right? Um, but yeah, I feel like we might need to start trying to chase an identity, and hopefully Doug can see that, man, to where on all this complex stuff we call ourselves trying to do on offense, and maybe sometimes that's what if I'm being honest, sometimes we get ourselves in trouble trying to be too tricky and too, I don't know, analytical, as to running the offense, opposed to, hey man, I'm coming right at you, I'm smacking you in the mouth, man, I'm getting my yard, or I'm getting my first down, I'm getting my touchdown, whatever the situation is, man, we coming and we just finna be better than you. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if that's what we doing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it's gonna be, man. We come to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If anything, that might need to be a new motto, man. Tag, and hashtag me in that, like, hey man, he started this for the Jags, man, better than you. You feel me? When you say that Duval, man, that you, man, is better than you all. You feel me? Better than you. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, that's just what it's finna have to be, man. Like, we finna have to cut all the foolishness, man. We just finna have to cut it out. And I'm gonna stay politically correct with this YouTube stuff, man. I'm gonna try to keep it between the lines, man. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say things that I shouldn't say, man. But certain it's people out here, that need to get it together with this Trevor shit. We just need to, man. And I feel like the moment we do that as a fan base, and we realize who we drafted, what we got, what we working with, and we learn how to work the situation better, we're gonna achieve so much more, rather than trying to force a narrative or force some stuff that the scouts and Mel Kipers and those type guys been telling us that we had, man. Once we analyze this shit, and I've been done that, but as a fan base, and when we just go ahead and just be like, man, enough is enough. And I don't know when that may be. That's, matter of fact, I think I mentioned the scariest thing. I think that's the scariest part of it. Just just win with a fan base, agree that, man, enough is enough, man. We didn't play 3 games and we didn't score 50 points total. I mean, I didn't, let me think. I can't do the math. I was gonna say, I haven't technically done the math. We might not even score 50. We scored what, 10 tonight. So that ain't gonna add to a lot. And then we scored what, 15? Or was it, what did we lose? 18 to 15? Or was it, we lost, felt like more than that. Feel like 18 to 13. I feel like we lost by 5. So that's 23. And man, we just scored 40 fucking points in 3 games. Come on, man. Cut the shit, man. Cut it out. Me personally, I'm not going for this shit. I'm not going. Like, real talk. Like, if I gotta literally, and I almost, man, say, let me not go there, because somebody be like, oh man, he's cuckoo, he's crazy, whatever. But man, literally, man, if I gotta be the only one with some sense in this fucking fan base, and say the right things, and try to get a right vibe to this team, man, and the right understanding about what's what, and cut some of this bullshit, some of this divided thinking and divided feelings, man. If we can, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We just gotta cut it out with this shit, man. We gotta understand that we need to think about why the hell we spending hours of our Sunday. And unfortunately, for some people, or most people, they spent time that they should be doing some family stuff, or, getting prepared for their next day at work, or whatever they got to do, for the next day. Man, we up watching the ass kicking at 9, 10 o'clock, I mean, I guess, we was going to probably be watching something, man, but come on, man. What is this? This is primetime television. This is what we do. 10 fucking points. And literally that interception, man. Come on, man. What the fuck was that? And like, I'm glad a caller mentioned it, on that show I was listening to earlier. For I had enough of the show, man. They were still going. I said, man, F that. I'm just gonna get on there and speak my own mind on my own. I don't care how many people hear it, if it's only one, or whoever needs to hear it, man, is gonna hear it. But still, like, man, I'm not going for that, man. 10 points on primetime television. Then we throwing interceptions on a receiver that's wide open. You threw the ball 7 yards over the man's head. He couldn't even jump and tip the ball. You threw it so far over his head that it landed in a defender's belly that was like 7 yards behind him. Now, I'm sure the guys, who watching the film, and one of these days, that's probably something I need to figure out how to do, how to get them all 2 twos, and figure out how to watch all them plays back myself. You know what I'm saying? If I can, so I can really dissect it, because I know what I'm looking at, man. But come on, man. It's bad, man. It's bad. And I feel like the second we embrace it as a franchise and say what it is, and cut all the baloney, and just, like, I'm gonna throw this out there. Like, I don't know what year that was, because I'm not no Ravens fan, but the year that Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken, I almost want to say they did it more than once. I feel like they did this a couple times with this recipe. I know Flacco got at least one, but nobody thinks of Joe Flacco as it's nothing special, Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he did what he had to do, and he got a Super Bowl ring. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like they won. I want to say they won one with Trent Dilfer. I could look that up, but I don't want to look that up right now. But either or, I'm starting to think, man, that's kind of what we need to understand. And I know people not gonna want to hear that, but maybe that's the type of quarterback we have. Maybe, and like I say, I at this point, I wish I could be wrong about this. I really wish that at just this following week and every week on after that, his man is just awesome. And we just win game after game after game, and he's just the best thing since sliced bread. So everybody, who've been waiting for 4 or 5 years can say, I told you so. I told you. I told you he was the best. I told you. You know, I just, hey, if that's the case, man, I really would rather that person be able to have that sentiment and have that tape to say they told me or told whoever, I told you so. I would rather them have that. But in the same sense, man, some things I learned, man, is to probably be realistic, and just, understand what we've been seeing and what we've been dealing with, man, and just maybe if we tailor things and understood, hey, this is what we're working with, and this is what it is, and this is truth. Let's find a way to make the best of this, especially if if management and ownership has already come to the conclusion that they riding with this guy no matter what. If they've already come to that conclusion, to where, and if I had to guess, I would say they are, because they paid him already. Like I said, that was on my older video, man. It's just the most mind-boggling thing ever, as to why you would pay him $55 million a year to throw 16 yards in 3 quarters. 16. But I don't, if that's the case, which, maybe they have the other reasonings for it. Maybe it's for publicity, um, media, marketing, women, shampoo commercial. I don't know, what the actual, reasoning for it is. Maybe it could be a mixture of a lot of things, but obviously it's not play or win related. So in that sense, I feel like, man, we just gotta cut the nonsense, man. We gotta get to a point to where we understand what's what, man, and we embrace that, and we work with what we got. It's a reason, man, Doug is on national TV. And I noticed this about Doug, his first year or two or whatever. I felt like, man, I used to always kind of like how he kept it cool, even in some tough situations, man. He seemed to always keep his calm and cool. I kind of liked it that, but I can see it now, man. It's plain as day, man. Like, I can see it. I looked on that sidelines, you could just see it in the, to where he shot. Like, he's literally, he lost right now because he not understanding. And I know what it is, man. I know. And this, you only gonna hear this real type stuff on my channel. I'm like, man, what it really is, man, and this, this is my opinion, but I believe it to be true. I feel like that he's in awe as to how they go over stuff and preach stuff and practice stuff all week. And I know everybody is gonna get some fingers pointed at him, man. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm really pointing the fingers first at Mr. 55 million. I'm starting there because I just watched Josh Allen demolish us with nobody's. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who. Oh yeah, well they got Dalton Kincaid. Man, what? Dalton Kincaid? Man, come on, man. Like, no disrespect to Mr. Kincaid, but or any of the receivers, man. Half of the people in the world can't even tell you two receivers on their team right now. They didn't lost their top two receivers. We got one of them, and we still can't get nothing done. And I just watched this man literally just demolish us, slice and dice us like nothing. So I know it can be done, but yeah, me personally, man, I can't. I mean, I guess I don't have a choice, because until until something shifts and moves, in people's thought patterns, and like to be honest, man, it kind of shocked me today. I mean, I like seeing Jags fans when they show us on TV in somebody else's stadium. I always appreciate that, man. But to see 3 or 4 idiots, and I'm gonna call them that. That's just my opinion. I don't know you guys personally, so you shouldn't take it, out of care. I mean, you shouldn't take it out of place or be too offended by it. But that's just my opinion, man. When you out there dressed up like Trevor Lawrence in the stands, like that's just my opinion, man. I don't really see, maybe if we had some real credentials to really sit on that, then maybe you could justify. But me personally, but that's just me. But even to the common person, I'm wondering what makes you do that, man. The man had 16 yards in 3 quarters the previous game before this game started, and that's who you want to dress like? I'm sure you got money to buy other jerseys, man. Maybe you should just wear somebody else's jersey that day. Wear you a Josh Allen jersey, or you know, he did the equivalent of what Trevor did tonight, nothing, you know. But they put you on TV, man. They was trying to embarrass you low key. But yeah, we in a little jam, man, until we shift our perspective. That's just my humble opinion on the whole situation. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe things will be, but like I said, man, and it's at a point, I'm not gonna say I'm superstitious, but I would call myself spiritual, but man, it's almost at a we've been we've been doing so bad lately, and it's the same old stuff for the most part, Besides that ETN fumble, that was, a lot of people going, and that's crazy that people were still bringing that up this week, and like it's literally like I see now that any other player, man, he do something wrong, man, y'all will hold on to that shit for weeks, but y'all literally watch the same player every week, man. I can't. I don't even know if I got enough fingers and toes to name how many times I done watched Trevor just single-handedly fumble games away, throw picks. You know what I'm saying? He get the ball with a 2-minute and chance to win. He throw picks on the first play and fumble the ball on the first play of the like. Just, I mean, I've seen it, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna just keep, me personally. I just know what's going on here, man. So I can't just keep not saying nothing. So as long as we keep having this issue, man, I'm gonna keep saying something. Maybe it'll get through one day. Or maybe the right person will say it, because I'm noticing more people are starting to get along, and well, I ain't gonna say get along, but they starting to get on the same page, as far as what we're seeing out there. So yeah, man, and for the rest of the game, man, it's hard to even really, from what I could see, man, it was hard to really even just pinpoint any other area besides, for me, the quarterback. Nobody else really played extremely well, but in a sense, I literally could just feel it that, the confidence wasn't there from where it needed to start in the beginning. So we literally would have been asking other players to literally carry us through a whole shootout game, where the defense was having a tough time. Either that, or, we were really out schemed. But I mean, I just don't see no reason. Like 10 points, I don't think 10 points would have beat anybody anyway, even if the defense has shut them out the first 5 drives. And we don't score nothing else. I mean, what difference does it make? We could have lost 13-10 tonight, 12-10. 4 field goals given up, we still would have lost. It's rough, man. So we just gotta, man, I'm gonna still preach the positive side of it. And I see, like I say, man, I still see everything we want in front of us. I just feel like, man, that something like this Monday night for the whole world to see, get embarrassed, literally just demolished, and to watch the media try to sell your side of the game, your pitch to why this should be a showcase on Monday night. Josh Allen versus who, like, okay, yeah, it's prime time. Like, yeah, everybody want to tune in to this until 5 minutes in the game. Everybody can see, oh yeah, this finna be an ass kicking. And that other guy over there, he ain't got shit. It ain't even no sense to, like, man, literally they showing the other game on our game. Like, it's that bad. Like, we can't even get the full screen. Like, man, they really want to cut it off, man, but there's no other games to go to. There's only one other game, and they already got their station. Like, come on, man, it's just unacceptable, man. And I mean, I appreciate them putting in Mac Jones, but I don't get why as a coach, man, and this for you, Doug, man. Like, I don't get why, if you see, man, you on your 3rd drive, you finna be down 21 or whatever, you finna really damn near be out of the game. You need to go and snatch 16. If you want to call shit that you know he's finna just screw up, or you in a position where you need some consistency and somebody to just do the right shit that you calling. If you know you can outcoach this other man, you need to do what you gotta do, Doug. Cut the shit. Cut it out, man. And I'm saying it to you, and I know you not even the one that's doing it half the time. You not tripping over your shoes and throwing 10 yards above your receivers and overthrows every single week. We can't get a week without you overthrowing somebody. Underthrows, over and underthrows today. You ain't got enough on some of the passes. You putting too much on them, throwing them too high. Like, man, what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I say for the fans, man, we need to really, we gotta, as you know, as the people who watching and paying money and dedicating time to this, man, we gotta make a decision, man. Do you really want to keep being played with forever? Because I don't want to be played with, man. I rather, you know, if it's finna be just total negligence and just total idiocracy, you know, from management and ownership, if people just finna turn the blind eye to bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and say, man, I just, you know, hey man, I can't switch teams because I don't. I mean, it's hard for me to do something like that, so not sure that's an option, but I know damn well I can tune out, man. I can tune out and just let that be what it be, man. Let somebody come tell me when we doing good. That way, if it's 5, 10 years from now after this man retire and y'all done paid him $600 billion, or I don't know, I'm making a number. I know that's not realistic, but after y'all done just set records on how much you want to pay this man to be mediocre, you know, hey man, you know. But Doug, yeah, you got to do something, man. I honestly, I prefer anything, any kind of win. I take it over a backyard beatdown. You know, nah, I'm good on that, man. We can get some type of competence. I mean, that game, as bad as it was, man, is if you score some field goals every time that they get a touchdown, that's a whole different game. That's 35-15. You still down 20, but I mean, you feel like you can do something at that point. This is the second quarter, you down 20. Hey, and if you get the ball next, man, you can make it 18, 35-18, or you might get a breakthrough and get a touchdown, you know? Like, man, come on, bro. Like, and like I heard a dude, like I said, I keep going back to this other little post game because I was just so interested tonight to hear what people was gonna have to say about this ass kicking, you know, and watching that throw was bad. That was really bad. Watching that throw and you know, just some other things, man. And tired of, you know, seeing the same culprit, you know, and say the same stuff. And I hadn't listened to his post game today, but I wonder is he gonna get up there and say we suck, you know? I mean, I'm trying. I want to get to the point to where even if they all do suck, I don't want him to even mention nobody else. I want him to come up there and say, yeah, I sucked again. You know, I let you down again. I failed y'all again. Yeah, me, I did it. Everybody love to praise him by taking accountability and this, that, and the third, man. But I want you to take some real accountability. Step up there and say, man, this team paid me $55 million. I fucked up. I was no good. And I need to do better, or y'all need to sit me down because I want the team to be that much. I want the team to be successful. So if that means y'all need to sit me down for a week or two, Bryce Young style, you know, let me see the game and prove that I can get back out there or whatever, whatever it takes, man, that you willing to win that bad. Cause that's what I want to do. I want to win, man. It maybe, and I need to I maybe need to bag off Doug just a tad, and I mean just a tad, not much. I'm not letting up on his ass, but maybe this guy is so bad that maybe, I mean, obviously I know he handicapping you a little bit, but maybe he handicapping you so much to where you damn near don't have a play you can call. That you have any faith in that's gonna be handled in a professional manner. And if it's not there, then even the alternative is gonna be handled in a professional and veteran manner. Whether that's just throwing the ball away rather than selling up a duck, whether that's scrambling for 3 yards and sliding, and getting, maybe you only get 2 yards of positive yardage, but you were able to not turn the ball over, live to fight another down, and you 2 yards less to where you need to get to. I feel like it's gonna start with the basics and the fundamentals, man. And if we gotta run the rock to keep it out of his hands, I don't know the exact answer just yet. I mean, I have some theories. I know one, man. I feel like the only way, if y'all content on having him throw the ball around and make overthrows and underthrows, if y'all content with that, then maybe I feel like, it needs to be all hurry up offense. Straight college style hurry up offense, no huddle. Like, let, signal the play into him. Let him call the play from the same position. When he ready, clap his hands, get the ball and go. Throw the pass. Maybe he can build up a little more rhythm or something. I feel like, that type of game was more suited for him or something. Maybe this pro style, drop back, read some D, maybe just not that guy for that. We have little spurts, like I said, I didn't defended him before on something, but it is what it is, man. I think it starts there, man. And now it's to the point to where I feel like the franchise did him a disservice paying him this money, man. You paid him this money to where now, even though we're not the most polarizing team in the league to where media attention is going to be on us, you putting a target on his back because you didn't pay him as though he's a top 5 quarterback. And come on, man, we all can see that that's definitely not the case. Could it change? Could you get there one day? Maybe. I would hope so. But he just wasn't deserving of that, man. And it's a tough post game, but I feel like it's better things on the horizon. And I just go ahead and look, to this Houston preview. I don't know who they got, who they gonna have playing, none of that stuff, man. I just know, man, if we can't get a professional, clean, non-idiotic, I said, and just, vets. Sometimes, I would dare call you a veteran now. Let's get a veteran game up out of you, man. Just lead your team down there, man. Like I said, it might be time to put the Flacco tag on you, man. Bus driver. Might just need you to drive this bus, man. Drive this bus and get this ball to ETN, man. Let ETN show out, man. Let him have this shine, man, so we can get where we're going to be, man. At the end of the day, you still get a Super Bowl ring. And you still be the quarterback, man. So, but we got to find a way, man. And I'm putting the franchise and the fans on notice. Not necessarily what I mean, management and coaches, they know they fucking up. They know. And they know they fucking up because they keep thinking in their head that oh, it just happened like that for a week or just something. No, this is what you're dealing with, man. Make the proper adjustments to where this is not an option. And you come out of here victorious week in and week out, home or away. You know, we just gotta lock in on that right now. Doing what's best for us to get victories. Because y'all know it's a WL league. And no matter how good you look or whatever, if you ain't getting these dubs, man, it's you know what it is. But yeah, man, I'm finna get ready to shut this one down. Do a light preview to Houston. I ain't gonna lie, I'm low key about where I was at with this one, about 60-40, 70-30 our way. But that's only bearing and only if, we can get some competence in the spots that we needed. Quarterback and on up. From quarterback up. So quarterback, head coach, or quarterback, offensive coordinator, head coach, general manager, owner. Just gotta get some competence. We got to get some understanding about what's going on, what we're dealing with, and let's move accordingly. When it comes to this team and what we need to do, we need to move accordingly. And let's not forget, the same year we drafted Trevor, we did draft ETN. So we got 2 first-round picks, if we got money to throw around, let's go and lock him in, man. Go and lock him in, besides that 5th-year option. But, you see how you do that, and you never threw him no extra money, but, you're going to wait and see on that. And, Lord knows I need y'all to feed him the ball so he can prove me right, as to what kind of asset he is, and how good he can be for us, He can help us do some things. So I feel like, we should bless his game a little bit, if we just throwing paper around. And just go ahead and focus on him and showcase him a little more. Let Trevor take a back seat, drive the bus, do what's necessary. I don't care if your stat line every game is 160, 180 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks. 1 touchdown, no picks. I take it. 5 field goals, we get to what, 20, 24 something. Defense hold about 20. We good. We win every week by 3 points, 4 points. I'm good with that. I take it. Right on to where we want to be. But yeah, we gotta tighten up, man. I think we'll be better next week. Like I said, it's gonna be hard to be pretty much any worse than that. And I just feel like we had a good turning point, man. Everything's still in front of us. We still can get what we want. Got divisions games coming up, so it's about to get a little crucial. These games that count, even like they count double damn near. So these are a little more important than the ones we let go so far. But yeah, man, it was a tough one, and it's just bringing up same old stuff, man. And we gotta figure that out, man. We gotta, and not just keep talking about we're gonna figure it out, man. We gotta bust some moves, man. If we gotta take action, we just gotta take action. If that means sitting 16 down for a whole quarter to make sure we stay in a damn ball game, then we gotta do what we gotta do, man. I don't care, man. We just gotta win. And we need to just come in with that mentality, man. If we lose, we go home, starting now, damn near. We just gotta get it right, man. And go ahead and take care of business, get where we want to be. Because, good thing is, man, the AFC is kind of weak this year, so far. So, man, it'll leave everything open for us. We just got to get started with the first one as soon as possible. We need to get one and just get started and do what we got to do. Yep, and I'm gonna end it there, man. I'm gonna send my positive note. I'm finna go listen to everybody else, be negative and talk whatever they want to talk about, dance all around the stuff I just talked about, the stuff that, I'm sure the common person is so ready to, to brag on Trevor, so, and, so far, still been waiting. It's 4-5 years in. So I think that's starting to bother people now, which is probably a good thing for our future and continued success and future success. I think that's good for us, to go ahead and get a little clarity on what's what. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down here. I got a post game in, spoke my mind a little bit, say, what I think it is. It wasn't no ETN fumbles this week that I know of. I caught most of the game. I had went out to a little place, but so I missed a little piece of it, especially in the beginning. But yeah, man, I think we're in a good spot. As bad as it seems, man, you can't really get too much worse, man, unless, like I said, unless we decide that, we're just gonna continue to be ignorant and we won't even care if we go winless. If they make their mind up on that, then hey, it's possible. But as long as somebody there around there is willing to, try to go for some victories and we can get where we want to be. We just gotta make up our mind, man, and not care about feelings or what somebody say, man. Let's make it all right. Let's do what we gotta do. And at the end, everybody's gonna get what they want. Everybody, in the end, they'll still be able to give Trevor his props and whatever they want to say to him, or prop him up, and they'll still be able to find a way to do it if you can get victories. And worst case scenario, if you got to pull a Billy Napier and split quarterback time, or put him in when we up a couple touchdowns, or however you need to do it, just so he can still see the field. You still can meet your obligations of pushing, who you paid. But yeah, man, we gotta win, man. We gotta win. We gotta cut the mess right now. It's crucial time. This probably is one of the most important games to win. So, a lot of wrongs can be righted, just by locking in this upcoming week and getting the victory at all costs, starting with the coach. Do what you got to do. Do not let, the things that's been messing with you, plaguing you, and you got to see through it, man. Don't let it happen, man. Handle your business. And I'll see y'all probably, I don't want to give you a day, but real soon for the, another preview for Houston, or I might just leave it where it's at with this. I'm gonna let God, determine that. I'll leave that up to him with, what he want me to do as far as this week. But yeah, I need to go ahead and finish up with this and shift gears and get Jaguar and Trevor Lawrence shit out my mind right now. So get back with y'all soon. Stay tuned and do all the stuff you need to do, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Do all that stuff you need to do. Holla at you.